the Lord. Welcome back again. I'm still sitting in the same position, wearing the same clothes, because I'm recording another video wearing exactly the same, whilst in the same spot. Now today, I'm talking about the spirit of lust. Guys, this one, I'm talking about it whilst I'm still going through my own deliverance. For mine, just hear me out. It's in the area of compulsive shopping, right? I see something, I like it, the next minute, I'm out to buy it. I've been the type of person that if I have to choose between food, whether we eat or shop, I'll go and buy myself the next pair of shoes. I can figure out the food situation later on. It's like constantly trying to satisfy my eyes with the next nice thing that looks to me. And sometimes it's not even so much about the thing that I'm taking. It's that there was a hole that I can't fill. I walk into the shop, buy something, like I'm so excited at that point. The minute I take it home, I take all the packaging off, I put it away, that urge is gone. I'm looking for the next thing. Very, very temporary, like it's an emotional response. Like it's very compulsive. Let me just put it like that. Very, very compulsive. Listen, I've had this issue for the longest time. Like people that know me, I'll go on missionary trips with pastors. We get to the airport, the minute I see a shopping booth with all clothes, my team cannot find me. And when they're looking around, where is God? My pastor be like, wait a minute. I know where to find her. Them clothes that you see that right at the airport, you can't even wait to get into the country properly, where you see things everywhere. No, the first thing I'm seeing, I'm going there. This man was so worried about me. Sometimes I said, like, Godly, I don't know how the man that is going to marry is going to cope with this shopping addiction. At one point, they visited my house and I had tons upon tons and tons upon tons of shoes. It's like, and I can't just buy something in one. When I see one, I want a backup. I got into perfumes and had tons and tons of perfume bottles. And I'm talking about designer stuff that is quite costly. And after I have the one that I can use, I'll be like, oh, I need a backup just in case I run out. I'll go and buy a spare. I still have some spare perfume bottles from back in the day when the shopping was really bad. Some of them have been discontinued, but I'm like, hey, look at me. I've got a backup bottle. Listen, I looked through my childhood and I was like, okay, some of these things stems back to the way I was raised. Being an only girl in the family and the firstborn, of course, I was very spoiled, right? Our mom, being so busy as a businesswoman, she never had so much time. Like when she will be with us on Sunday if she's in the country, if she wasn't traveling, she'll make sometimes to cook for us. She'll make breakfast. She used to make spaghetti and maybe fried liver or fried beef or whatever, something like that. I would love that meals because she never really has time to cook for us. So the time she has to cook for us, she'll cook for us on Christmas Day and every random Sunday if she's ever at home. We never see her. She's always gone. Most of the time she's out of the country on business trips or whatever. We were raised by house help. We had a lot of people at home like housemaids, helping us. Imagine in school we were being visited. We all went to boarding school right from primary one. You off to boarding school because there's nobody at home to be looking after you. You're going to boarding school. And even within the visitation days, if you saw our mom, like it would be a miracle. You'd be so whatever. So part of me feels like our mom was overcompensating for the time that she's not with us. She would make sure we had the most luxurious stuff. As a child, tell me why I would own like 6 golden watches. Adult watches, because mom you only used like pure gold watches. Whatever she's not wanting anymore, that will automatically come to me. I have tons and tons of shoes. Like I would assemble my shoes from one corner of the house all the way to the end. Like multiple things. I had things in multiples. Everywhere she goes, she'll come back. Oh, I found this. We had mobile phones at a very young age. When most people, adults in the country didn't have mobile phones. They didn't even know what that was. Like, she'll get us the best things life had to offer. She had the money for it. But for me, that materialism continued with me. It almost like stuck, like it became a place of comfort Like I was comforted by, looking at beautiful things. She had this thing of, these people that they call house proud. Like the house was immaculate, like beautiful, like the best of decorations. Like she would go to Dubai and ship the house decorations, the sideboards that we had in the house. They were not in the country. Like the tiles they used to tile the house, the curtains, everything was shipped from abroad. Like she tried her very best to give us the best of life. But what that didn't happen is that it put up strongholds in my life. Like I found pleasure in being surrounded by beautiful things. Wearing them had nothing to do with it. There are many times I'll buy stuff that deep down I know I will never use it. Some of it does not even fit me. I'm like, if it doesn't fit me, I'll gift it. I just needed to take something. And sometimes I look at it, people are like, oh, why are you not wearing it? I'm like, what has wearing got to do with it? Sometimes I'm buying stuff with no plan of really using it. It just looks cute. I just want to take it. I put it there and then I'm just looking at it. Then what? I want the next thing. So that is the same spirit of lust that can it affects people in different ways, right? But what God has been revealing to me recently, there are many times I'll be waiting on God. Like sometimes I'll tell people, oh, I'll change. I'll do this. And then I'll change for a few months. I'll restrain myself from buying. Before I know it, I'm back to square one. Luckily, I think my husband is very understanding because we came up to an agreement very early on that I can't be responsible for the family money. You give me the family money, it will be broke. The money will be gone. I'll use it for shopping. Basically, stuff that we do not need. When I'm done buying for myself, I'll start on you. Stuff that you don't really need. But what God has been opening my eyes is that, God, the reason you've tried to combat this issue. I mean, even before we had a bit of money to be able to use, this thing has been with me for the longest. I remember when back in the day, I used to go to charity shops like nobody's business. I'll spend all my money still grabbing whatever I can grab, whatever I could afford. The more, my life will improve. Then I'll move on to this, depending on how much money I have on me. And then I'll move on to the designer stuff. And I'll be very obsessed with a particular brand. Like everybody that knows me knows my issues with Kat Geiger. Kat Geiger is not very cheap. I'll buy anything Kat Geiger is coming home with me. To the point that at one point I don't know how many handbags, how many belts, how many Kat Geiger shoes and stuff. I just love the brand. I'll just stick to that. I'm like, okay, I'll just buy this. I buy until it doesn't make any sense. But what I want to say is this. I've looked through. Recently, the Lord was showing me, say, Godly, as for this one, you've prayed, you've talked about your intention of stopping, but let me tell you, it does not matter how many prayers you pray until you do something about building and growing the fruit of self-control. This one, you cannot pray yourself into stopping. You're going to have to build some muscle where self-control is concerned. It works the same way in constantly gaining weight and losing it. Yes, I can lose the weight, but clearly not lose the habits of what led to the weight gain in the first place. Before long, you're back to square one. Same principle. Same issue. Is that God, you're going to have to... I've looked at all the dreams I would dream. I'll do it. I wasn't even thinking at the time that it had anything to do with the issues with the shopping. I'll do well. All of a sudden, I'm seeing myself in the dream going back to the old school that I used to attend. All of a sudden, I'm seeing myself driving a car. I'm trying to press the pedal. The pedal is not working. The pedal is not responding. I can't stop the speed. I'm driving into the bush. I'm driving into a building. Lack of self-control, like I'm not even in control of my life. Something is controlling me. I'm sitting for exams and I don't know the answers. It's like, okay, hang on a minute. You've been in this class for how many years? You still not getting it. They're still presenting you with the exam paper. You have no idea what the answer should be. I'm looking around. I'm scratching my head. It's like, how many times have you gone around the same mountain of shopping? How many years? So I was looking at it and I'm thinking, Lord, help me. Help me with this spirit, with this fruit of self-control. Self-control is key. It will deal with a lot of this compulsiveness. It will deal with, being able to look at what I'm about to eat and say, it's not going to do anything for my body. This is going to sink me. When you see how people that are self-controlled live, you'll be so amazed. They make it look so simple. My husband being one of those people. This one, he does not attach to anything called food. He may love a particular something today. Tomorrow, it's like he's never seen it before. He's not interested. You can be on holiday, I'll pack all the exercise stuff, and I'm like, yeah, when I go on holiday, I'm going to be exercising every day. He will not say anything. The next minute, I'm there chilling in the chair. He's pulling out the exercise mat. He's working out in the hotel room. He's remaining consistent. Where he can, he will take the opportunity because he's already built the self-control for years. He knows I need to exercise my body. He knows I have to drink what I need. It stays in routines, a very routine person. And I'm like, that's the level of self-control that I need in my life. Because if you can exercise it in one area of your life, you'll be able to exercise it in another. It also comes with a spirit of contentment. Because for you to have self-control that says, I can do with that, but I will not have it. And I will not die. You learn to be content with whatever you have, with where you are. You learn consistency. Because what I wasn't eating yesterday, why am I bringing myself to eat it today? If I'm going to a party, there is food, all kinds of food everywhere. Doesn't mean I should eat it. I have a perfect example of what self-control looks like under the same roof. And I believe in God to tap into that same grace. So I don't know if you're there, struggling with this same issue, compulsive shopping, robbing money from your future to buy today stuff that you do not need. If someone told me, God, you're not buying a pair of shoes for the next 15 to 20 years, I will not need another single pair of shoes. I've got more stuff that I know that have never been used, that I've got tags on, the things that have been used. Some of it I go back and I'm like, sometimes I find the same thing. And I'm like, how did I go back and, buy something that looks exactly what I already have? I mean, it's really, really bad. Really, really bad. But we can get out. We can get out. And one of the biggest advantages of obviously building the self-control is that it will help us in a lot of other areas. It will not just stop with the shopping. It will stop with it. It will also spread to how we maintain our bodies, how we look after ourselves, how we are considerate of our future and say, we could eat this bread today, but what about the future? I don't want to work until I'm 80 something because by the time it's time for us to retire, probably these guys will remove the retirement age altogether. The way they keep shifting it, I cannot depend on that retirement age. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I need to do something about it today. Money that you could invest. Money that you could put aside for your children. You've decided to eat your bread today. Eat everything today. Just because of the lack of self-control. Anyways, we'll all improve. We'll all get better. We'll all get our self-control in check. In all areas. In the area of prayer. In the area of, our diet. What we eat. In every area. And one of the other key issues that the Lord revealed to me before, I don't want to make this very long, is exercising the act of fasting. Constantly getting yourself conditioned to the point where you can fast, because fasting is one of those things that will build your self-control faster than a bullet. Because being able to abstain from food when you actually want to eat, when everything in you wants to eat, is not easy. The Lord was saying to me, God, start with fasting. Do regular fasts, because though that will show you, it will teach you how to control your impulses, how to control your body, how to stay away from certain things, regardless of how nice they look. You learn the art of controlling yourself because you've been exercising it through fasting. Anyway, I'll speak to you next time. Bye.